matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Indianapolis Colts. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Colts at 1-13 now on the year. They come in needing just to do something to stop this skid here before the season ends.
And let's face it, everyone now, they're looking to the leaders, both in the locker room and the coaching staff and, of course, ownership, because they've got to get a clear understanding about how everyone feels. Because to me, you've got to focus on everyone in the locker room right now. That's what you're playing for. The future, it'll take care of itself.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Ryan. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Levante David in on the tackle. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Ryan. Quick slant caught by Pierce. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Ryan, a little pop pass, jet sweep. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already, I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on third down.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line, so if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple of more times.
Second down and goal. Ryan. Escaping the press. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Now Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On second down, Eckler. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Herbert on 3rd down now. And they're going to get him. They bring him down with a sack back at the 16-yard line. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Hopkins' kick is good, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
To try again after the sack. Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Herbert now. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a 1st down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Herbert. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And it's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, his 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The Colts on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. To throw is Ryan. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Ryan sliding out of the pocket. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throw.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Charger drive about to get going. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. But such a costly interception. Nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Ryan. This will be caught at about the 6. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Blankenship's kick is good. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now a throw here to his running back. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Flushed out right, and he wisely will throw that one away. Well, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, Herbert. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. Mike Williams, 44 yards. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. McCann's got it teed up. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Khalil Mack able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
It's Eckler again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Zaire Franklin.
30. 10, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, here this third quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a one-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. He's got a man, complete. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown LA. Keenan Allen, 75 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the two-point try. McCann's got it teed up. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And Ryan's throw into the hands of Pittman here.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 3rd and 2, now Ryan. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Fourth down. Here's Ryan.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And he goes out right around the 39. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play action with Ryan. Rolling to his right. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the 1st down before taking the hit.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. One quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 6. Here's Ryan to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. Off the play fake, here's Ryan. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Ryan.
He's got Granson as tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Khalil Mack, make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning?
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And some room to maneuver. Dances by him. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Herbert.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chargers.
Austin Eckler
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will make this a 19-point game.
McCann's got it teed up.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This would never get him.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Khalil Mack, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. 3rd and long, it's Ryan.
And that one almost intercepted. Boy, he's got 2 already, nearly a 3rd, but not to be, and it's 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. They'll try the right side with Eckler. Taking it right down Broadway. for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Chargers are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26.
McCann's got it teed up. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done this time.
And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's J.K. Scott now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice week as he gets this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air.